What's going on, guys? Welcome in, welcome back. These messages riding on the frequency of love for the highest good. Take what resonates, leave what does not. If you've been with the channel before, welcome in. If you've you've been with the channel before, welcome back. If you're new, welcome in. Words. Okay. We're gonna get a little bit of like, what's the gossip on you here? Ooh, embrace. This is giving me an energy of like kind of a tactical feeling now. You're someone who like feels warm and feels home, like, yeah, you feel like home is what I'm hearing. You feel tender, you feel safe for people, you feel comfortable for people, people feel at peace. People are learning to embrace themselves through your ability to embrace you, is what I'm hearing. This is your service, is what I'm hearing. I mean, I love those like warm, tactical feelings of home. I feel like I'm almost like smelling like scents, like if there's a specific scent that's tied to your childhood for someone here. Ooh, this energy that you just connect to, that people want to connect with and connect to and connect over, right? Like people connect about your energy, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, and maybe in the past it's been like this weird like vilification thing, right? People connect over like gossiping about you, like low-key how perfect you are, but they couldn't articulate that at the time. It was more about like what a villain you are, and then like they were led into some strange misbelief, like where they weren't able to embrace unknown aspects of themselves and like be open to the mystery around like the idea that things aren't always as they seem. Now I'm getting that Wizards of Waverly Place song. It's like when you can have all you want by the simplest of means. Be careful not to mess with the balance of things, 'cause everything is not what it seems. Yeah, you got that like that quality about you that is mysterious in that way, that they can't pick up where you are, who you are, how you are. It's like this thing that to embrace you is to embrace themselves, you know? And so that is a confusing place to be, because you have embraced parts of them before they've embraced parts of themselves, is what I'm hearing. So you have embraced them no matter how they are, and then there's this energy of people wanting to perform for you sometimes, I think. Ooh, that's interesting. This is interesting, this quality, because these readings usually come through, I feel like others, it's this energy of you feeling misunderstood, you feeling 333 on the timer, unseen, unheard, like judged, you know, minimized, hurt, you know. And now I'm feeling the energy must have shifted here entirely, or that this is a completely different person that I'm reading for, or that you just feel like a completely different person. In my energy, I'm feeling that you feel like a completely different person today. Okay, and it's because the energy is that shifted entirely now. And so there's something about your energy that people want to embrace now instead of like run away from, which is interesting. And I feel like the majority, it's like a majority thing, like the public, and this is coming through, like the public opinion is like turning and shifting for you here, and you are becoming someone to admire once again. So maybe you were like someone to admire once before, or like maybe you didn't realize how admired you were before, and the energy of decomposition for you to have to go through this transformation was for the highest good. And it's possible that like there were misperceptions happening throughout the entire way, and you're literally sitting there on some like energy full surrender here too, by the way, for the highest good, falling into yourself, which like if you're falling into yourself, I'm just getting this energy of water. So yeah, to embrace you would be to embrace a puddle. You know what I mean? It's not it's gonna feel like, you know, pavement if you jump too hard at it, right? I don't know, but I feel like to embrace water is kind of what I'm saying, because you can't tactically hold on to water, and it's kind of like you have, that's your energy, like you're like water, baby. You're like water. Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water. You make these bitches lose their breath though, dead ass. So there must be something just absolutely compelling, magnetizing about you. You're just magnetizing not only your blessings, but now you're magnetizing like energy for people to feel their own blessings and to want to be a part of your blessings, and to like, you know, connect with who you are and how you are. And you're just watching the tables turn, like I'm watching like this little lazy Susan over, like, just I don't have one, but I'm like a lazy Susan, like, you know, the breath, ooh, riding that breath, that presence, that's like what makes you so strong here. Ooh, spirit's coming through here. That third eye just completely activated too here when you surrender. And I think that again here with the energy as well, surrendered, free falling into the unknown, and just watch as your life just catches you in the most miraculous ways. You know, embraces you for all that you are, becomes the breath is what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Becomes the lover, the partner, you know, the boss at work, you know, just becomes whatever you see yourself to be, right? Or even just you just become a peaceful person living a peaceful life. You know what I mean? And I love the fact that your energy, you can be someone that is so simple, living such a peaceful life, such a simple life, and yet there's all this energy and direction of like you are living the dream though. Like that's what people are projecting onto you. Now while you might not see that all the time, like rarely ever, because for whatever reason, you know, many reasons, it's an interesting awareness to come to terms with that, right? Because just like a mirror, it's like you now see, okay, the Hermit, interesting, came through. You now see how there is a equal and opposite reaction, right? So in the same way you feel and think in all these like dual ways, like duality, right? You're also seeing the way that, yeah, you are so grateful for your life. Your life is so beautiful in all these ways. You are living your dream. This is the dream that you set out to live. You're currently living it. For someone here, there's definitely an energy of like not necessarily being able to like fully acknowledge that quite yet, because of some inability to kind of stop and smell the roses is what I'm hearing, to embrace the breath, the moment, you know, maybe just in this current moment. Like I feel like I just kind of am hearing this energy of like, okay, well yesterday you were fine or something, so it's like this comes and goes a little bit for you. And I think that there's an energy here too around the Hermit and like being a little bit confused or uncertain or like lacking clarity around like what the world has to offer anymore. So there you go, like for someone specific here, it's like an indifference here. It actually like reminds me of a video I did on my channel some months back around like indifference and like describing indifference, apathy, and depression, and like how they're all like 3 different characters in a movie. Anyway, I get that energy of kind of like feeling like almost like a disassociated, like you're disassociated from like the passion of a dream you once had right now. And I think it's like you're in such transformation and free fall and surrender. And so like, and it's interesting how you're living your entire dream right now, and you're so dejected from it at the same time. And I think that that's a very interesting place to be, because it's like, how are things happening for you in your dream if you're also like not actually putting that much energy into it, if you think about it? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like when I say energy into it, let me clarify, you're putting a different kind of energy into it now. 10-10 on the timer. You're no longer like forcing things, you're no longer pushing outcomes, you're no longer forcing the perception of yourself, you're just allowing things to be as they are. And then now that is allowing things to formulate as they're supposed to be and fall into alignment, you know, in the way that they're like designed and organized and fated to become. You know what I mean? You're this leader here. You're leading by example. You're like a quiet, like young leader. I feel like you're the type of person that, even if you're older on the physical timeline, it's possible that you've always had friends who were far older than you, or like you just connected with people who were a lot older than you. And I think that's an interesting thing here too, because I'm getting that, like, I think while in the past you connected with these people because you saw that they had more like wisdom, or you projected that they had more wisdom or something, now only to realize that the energy is completely shifted and turned 180. 180? Yeah. And now you're the leader, because the mirror flipped. You know, you're the leader, you're here to teach, you know, and like maybe there will be a time where the mirror flips again, you know, and you'll have more to learn. And it doesn't even have to be the same mirror, same people, same mirror, you know what I mean? Because that's the thing about mirrors and people, right? It's the same, it's all the same. And your pattern recognition for whoever this message is for is so deep, and so, yeah, you're watching the cycles. You're just watching them. The Luna comes out, so moon. You can watch the cycles close out. Protection, interesting. Yeah, there is this need to protect yourself, huh? I'm hearing you're safe though, because of the Hermit here. That's the energy too of just needing to keep yourself closed off from the world. This is a protective energy more often than not. It's a peaceful energy to be in Hermit, you know, but I feel like it's also like, it's like how, yeah, so okay, balanced emotions comes through here as a peaceful. So this is the way that someone's balancing their emotions, is by pulling their energy back and applying it to themselves in their own healing practice and their own healing process. And they're watching actually now, and they're seeing how cycles in the past are also informing cycles in the future. And you're watching this protection energy kind of pour over the people in your life. And even if people don't even like talk directly about what you say and how you say it, you pick up, because your pattern recognition is so deep that like people are watching you. People say things that you say. People show up and behave in the way that you know, not that you need at all, but that like they perceive you to need. And that was the energy of people performing for you, right? 1313 on the timer. And I'm getting that like, I don't think you even want people to perform for you, actually. Yeah, you don't want people to perform for you. Alright, buckle up, Buttercup, because you're going somewhere. Safe travel. I don't know why that felt like that. You know, I don't usually get that download. Because I'm like, oh, I'm always like taking into consideration, like, this doesn't mean you have to be traveling. But I think for whoever you are, you're going to be traveling here. And again, like, this traveling is like a journey. This is a journey, like an Odysseus kind of journey. Your life is the journey, and this is the travel and the protection coming through here too. So I wanted to just like tell you that too, that like this is the other energy that's coming forward here too, is that Hermit, who is protected, 1414 on the timer for confirmation, is like safe to move now. This is the energy coming through. And now maybe someone needed to hear that, because I know that there is confirmation around like don't move until you're moved, right? Don't move until God moves you, right? And like don't move. Yeah, I'm gonna just affirm that, and I'm gonna also say that like you're safe. I think you're safer than you think, and you're safe. You're safe to travel. You're safe to move. You're safe to grow. You're safe to close out this cycle if you haven't already. And you're safe. And at the same time, take your time. That's the guidance. I'm gonna leave it right there. Thank you so much for clicking on to my video. And I hope to see you in another one very soon. Bye, guys.